Watch this video if you want to learn what are 5 questions that you can start asking your partner in order to have deeper conversations. For the best relationship advice, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to be notified every time I upload a video. My name is Diana and I have a website called Better Topics that is dedicated to helping couples experience more love, joy, and connection. And now let's get into our questions. Question number 1. What is something I did or said recently that you would prefer me to do or say differently? As time goes by, we tend to get very cozy in our relationship. So we tend not to pay that much attention on how we actually communicate with our partner as we used to in the beginning. Which is quite normal because after a while, the excitement and the passion that we feel in the beginning tends to fade away a bit. Which is quite normal and it's okay, especially because you get to know the person a bit better and you kind of start to relax as well a bit in your relationship. Now the problem with that is that sometimes we get too relaxed and then we forget to either work on our relationship or even just to mind the way we talk to our partner or when we ask for something from our partner. Therefore, by asking this question, you can actually check whether there is something you've done recently or you've said recently that your partner would prefer you do or say differently. Because many times, especially the more comfortable we get with our partner, we might tend to do things or say things that actually might offend them. But then they might not be able to tell us because they might not want to start an argument about it, or maybe the time is not appropriate, or there are many reasons. Therefore, we should take 100% responsibility to keep the passion alive in our relationship and to grow our relationship and start asking questions such as this one. Obviously, both partners should actually put in some effort to grow their relationship because, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, relationships are similar to growing a plant, really. Both partners have to water the relationship, the plant, in order for it to grow a healthy, beautiful relationship that both of them can experience. But because in life we cannot really control everyone else other than ourselves, if we take 100% responsibility in growing our relationship, most often our partners will also follow the cue. Now, a second question you can start asking your partner regularly is, do you feel we had enough intimacy last week? Now, when I'm talking about intimacy, I'm not referring strictly to sex, because intimacy, it's more than that. Intimacy usually involves trust, support, connection, and the ability to be vulnerable and depend on your partner without having the fear that you might actually lose your independence. Also, in most couples, people have different love languages. And these are the ways that we tend to show love or want to be shown love. For example, my love language is physical touch. That means that I feel most love when my husband touches me, even if it's just a kiss on the cheek or maybe just, a touch on my shoulder or my back or whatever. That is when I personally feel most loved. My husband, on the other hand, his main love language is quality time. That means he feels more loved when we actually spend time doing something nice together. Other people have the love language of gift giving, really. They feel more loved when they actually received gifts. There also are people who feel more loved when something is done for them, an act of service. And there are also people who feel most loved when they are told how great they are and they are told words of appreciation and their love is expressed through words. There are a lot of things that go into intimacy, not just sex, as I mentioned. It is your duty to take, again, 100% responsibility for your relationship and try to find out how can you balance all these. What is your love language? What is your partner's love language? And then how can you actually work around that and also grow your trust and support for each other? Let me know in the comments below what do you think about this so far and whether you are having any deep conversation with your partner right now or whether you think these are actually good questions to start off a conversation. Now, the third question that you could ask your partner is, when would you have liked me to give you more space over the last week? Now, in most of my videos, I talk about focusing on your relationship and putting your relationship first and trying to grow it and all of that because it's so important for us to be happy generally. However, there is also the other extreme when people invest way too much in their relationship and they totally disregard and forget about anything else. Now, in order for us to be able to actually work on our relationship properly and grow a healthy relationship, not a dependent one, so not a relationship where we are actually dependent on the other person, we still should maintain a certain level of independence. Obviously, this needs to be discussed with our partner as well, because we wouldn't want to, go from one extreme to another where our partner just feels that we're never there for them. But also, we need to explain to our partner that we need some alone time, we need some me time. I don't know, maybe you want to just go to have your hair cut, or maybe you just want to have a coffee with your friends, or maybe you just want to see your family by yourself, or maybe just to work on your hobby, or whatever you want to do in that specific time, just to recharge your own batteries. And then if you take care of yourself in the first place, then you can actually come back to the relationship and give your partner even more love, also because maybe you've missed them. Therefore, ideally, you should try to have a balance between working on your relationship and also having some independent time as well. Obviously, this is a bit trickier if you have children as well, but still there are ways to work around those two if you really want to. Now, the next question you could ask your partner and start having deeper conversation is, what is something nice we could do for a good cause next week? Now, usually, if you get involved into any activity together with your partner, it is very likely that your connection will grow as well. It's like team building in a way. But if you do something together for a good cause, it's a win-win all the way around. You will also feel better because obviously you've helped a good cause, and you will feel even better because you've done it together with your partner and therefore strengthen your connection too. And this can be anything, whether you're donating for an NGO or you're volunteering at a local charity, it can be anything. Because the more blessed we are in life, we should start giving more back to our communities and try to help other people as well. And the last question I'm going to talk about today is, what is one habit you would like to be held accountable for over the next period? Especially once you have passed the initial phase of dating and the initial phase of passion, and now things have gone into sort of routine of who's doing what, and maybe you even live together. That doesn't mean that you have to stop growing. Most people tend to put a massive effort when they are single in order to meet someone, and some of them actually start to put a lot less effort once they've met the right person for them and they're in a relationship. However, I would advise you to actually keep on doing certain things for yourself personally. That will help with your personal fulfillment and happiness overall. And why not team up with your partner again and try to help them to adopt any new habit that they would like to, and be their accountability partner, why not? But also keep in mind to be positive about it and don't be critical. Therefore, if they fall off the wagon any certain day and they haven't kept the new habit they want to implement, it's okay. You should not be critical about it and argue with them, why haven't you done it, or things like that. You should encourage them to actually, start doing it again the next day and support them. There are thousands of studies out there that if we have an accountability partner to do anything, we are more likely to actually succeed. If that accountability partner meets us with kindness whenever we don't meet our goals, we are more likely to pick up the habit again and start working on it rather than just abandoning it altogether. And why not? You could actually start a new habit yourself and then let your partner be your accountability buddy. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think so far of these questions on how to start a deeper conversation with your partner. If you want to join a community of like-minded people who want to work on their relationship and improve it, join our Facebook group, and the link for this I will leave in the description box below. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends.